Alright, and we are back with another episode. This time, hopefully, not as bad as the last one, and maybe I won't lose my cool like in the last one, which most of that isn't in the video. But I got really mad at the end. For today, the only change I did was I removed Naga and added our Takatombok. Reason being, we have a few wind monsters we can summon this with, which goes into links, or we can summon this, tribute it, and get red-eye dice from our deck. Now, will I do this? Probably not. Why? Because the only wind synchro we could make is Luin. So basically I want this for the special summon effect, which gives us a link 2. It's basically just an extra special summon in some cases. And Naga really didn't do much the last time. Well, Naga is probably better in the long run, but I want to see how this works out. There is one card I kind of want to put in that we can make with Takatombok, and that is Kendama. I don't know how good Kendama will be. However, I have Starlion in here, which I'm pretty sure I also added just recently. So there's 2 new things. Basically, we can finish off a game with this. In theory. Maybe. So I don't really have space in the extra deck. I don't want to remove Monk, which would be one of the next cards I would want to remove. And we haven't really used the effects of Vishuddha or Shatana at all. But especially for Vishuddha, I want to keep Monk in the deck for now. But I will probably add Kendama at some point, because it is a level 6. It can come back. And, you know, it can give us something to play when we are out of cards. There is still, of course, the discussion that is the Tyrant Dragon, Mud Dragon thing really worth it? I kinda at least want to summon it once. And I don't think it'll make that much of a difference, really. Maybe it will. If we get into a position where I have Takatombok and can summon a tuner from this and make a 6, maybe I will think about it. But keep in mind that we can only get red-eye dice with this if we use it, which, unless we have hostiles on the field, cannot get us into a synchro monster right now. Because red-eye dice can only be a level 1 tuner if there is no other speedroid. I thought about putting in one of our Den Daikos, however, I'm not entirely sure what to take out. I thought about using Minimalian, like taking out Minimalian. However, if we draw this and Flag, for example, we have 2 special summons right over that. If we have Eschatos and then draw Minimalian at some point, we have an easier way to get into Reprodokus, for example. Because, actually, no, what am I talking about? This bench is not... Whatever. Anyway, it's a relatively easy special summon. However, this is also on the verge of getting cut, just because I'm rarely in a situation where I can use it properly. But that might have also been because in the last episode, I drew like shit the whole way through. It was kind of awful. We'll try this and see where we go. I want to record today at least a little bit and then take a break, maybe another recording. But truth be told, Borderlands 4 releases on Friday, and I'm gonna play that like crazy, probably. And also, I'm about to finish Hollow Knight, and I might start Silksong as well after that. So, I don't know how much time I can commit to recording like 5 hours to get like 2 packs. Also, trying to get the 2 remaining bots in a duel to get the bot packs, so I can at least pretend to open packs I earned, right? So yeah, that's it. Let's get into the first two. All right. Not the worst hand, I would say. Obviously, not being able to use the Vishala effect is not that great. However, like the bounce effect, of course, Vishala will act as a wall. But that's what I mean with Monk, right? Because now, obviously, summoning Monk now doesn't do anything for me. It's better to have this in defense. That's why Vishala is really good if I go second, while Shatana is better when I go first. However, every time I go second, I get Shatana, and every time I go first, I get the Shutter. So that's a little annoying. Revolving Switchyard. That's a field spell. I don't want this on the field. No, thank you. No, I don't want to book my own Vishala. Thank you. Earth Machines, though. I'm pretty sure that's the first time we duel them on this account. One. Okay. What's the normal summon, though? Thanks for the Kaiju? Okay. Sure. Well, we're gonna book that. I'm not letting that happen. Earth Machine, huh? So, I'm... What? Okay. I was about to say. Alrighty. Okay, let's call Monster because it's Earth Machine and they have a lot of monsters, I think, maybe. That's fine. Actually, that's funny because then I know what they have. Actually, then I don't know what they... Ah, it's... Okay, that actually doesn't matter at all. And they didn't get the draw off of this. So I now know that they just draw called by. This is actually the best possible outcome. Except, obviously, I can't destroy this card, but that's fine. Pretty good. Yep. They can make the 10 now, though. In theory. They have called by. So, what I will do, I will activate enemy controller. Tribute my super agent and grab this. That doesn't matter. Oh, they cannot use the effect of Railroad. And they surrendered. Nice. That was a good first duel, a good start. And that means we immediately get our first pack. I like how this is going. Usually that means the rest of the, like the next 1.5 hour will be terrible, but I take an early win. Especially against Earth Machines, which is a proper deck, and we stopped them twice, which is nice. I mean, obviously, they didn't draw very well, but getting rid of the field spell and then stopping them from overlaying into an Xyz. That's why we have stuff like Book in the deck. Anyway, enough talking. Let's open the first master pack of this episode. And here's our first pack. And I'm pretty sure this is the third pack in a row with a yellow glow around the pack. So maybe we get something neat, something usable, something more generic. Okay, we have get a super rare. Guaranteed. A Dino Wrestler. Yeah, they all have Dino Wrestler effects. So we can't really use them. Another Rang Barley. Gamma, nice. Infernoble Knight, Spirit of the Six Ams. We're picking up some sick. That's a Union monster? How old is this card? There's nothing in here really. Obviously, the Fire King avatar is fun because we have a few Fire King cards, including Garunix, but we are really missing a lot of Fire King cards to make that work in any way, or like at least fire cards, but it's fun. We even have the field spell. So what is our super rare? Oh, a Mother Mermaid. Okay. Discard 3 other water monsters. Special summons card from your hand. And summon this way, you can target one of us. Okay. Yeah, that's nothing. We have like one. We have an equipped spell. Okay. It's a hand rip. That's not too bad. We can put this in the water deck. That will see the light of day eventually. That's 2 mermaids in like the last few packs. That's pretty good. The 6 Am's not doing anything. Dino Wrestler not doing anything. Infernoble Knight also not doing anything. I played Infernoble Knights on my main account a little bit. It's kind of fun, but also really annoying at some point when you just... Like, I don't really enjoy decks that is like one combo all the way through. And Infernoble Knight, to me, was kind of confusing at points, so I kind of stopped enjoying playing it. Yeah, anyway. This is probably going into the water deck. We can hand rip and it's 2700 attack. And I would have to check if we have more Abyss spell or traps that we can use, except the equip spell. And then that effect might also be useful. So yeah, let's get on to the next two. Okay. This is obviously better to do if we already benched stuff. Or if we had another worm, we could do Minimalin. Well, we could. We could use Adara first, then Minimalin, and then, you know. Banishment of the Dark Lords. What? Is this reverse burn? Are you kidding me? Oh, it might actually not be. It might actually just be Dark Lord. That's crazy. I'm not letting you draw 2 cards, though. I'm not that insane at this point. No, thank you. Hit the middle one. Okay. Would you look at that? Oh yeah, you're not gonna have a good time now, my friend. You're not gonna have a good time. Unless, of course, that's an Ash. Then they're still gonna have a good time. It's not. Okay. Well, well, well. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Banish all of them. Look at him go. Fairy, bye. Then we can also summon Umbrella. We'll shuffle back. We'll shuffle back Flag, which gives us a chance to draw it, summon it, get another Eschatos. It's a reverse burn, of course, but this is the same effect as Reficool. Oh, Cup of Ace. Will I ever win a cup? I never win these. It's ridiculous. That's why I don't use the one I have, because... Dude, come on. God damn, are you kidding me? I mean, obviously people don't often use Cup of Ace, but like, we never win these. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's not useful. Okay. Damn, that was close. They had another gift card or something, we would have still died. That's crazy. That's the danger with, like, reverse burn, right? They, unlike the stupid old man card, which just stalls you for 100 turns and burns you slowly, reverse burn usually tries to get it over quick. Fortunately, we got enough damage in to survive. So that's a second pack. That's the same amount of packs I got last episode at like 1/5 of the time spent. So let's open our next master pack. Alright, here it is. If you've noticed, I have not gotten a UR pack in quite a while. I'm not very happy with this. But, you know, that's pretty much reflecting my luck on pack openings in general, even on my main account and stuff, so I'm not really surprised. It's just still kind of sad, because even if it's unusable, it's nice to find a UR. So, well, I'm eating my words instantly, I guess. There it is, a UR. Sign it wait, Sign it Ritual. I'm pretty... Do we have the card we can summon with this? I think we do. And yes, I know, oh, Cyberlord Fusion. I am obsessed. What the hell is this pack? Why is there only spells in here? Oh, another triple burst. That's cool. And another super heavy samurai synchro. Interesting. I would have to check if we have this. I don't know why, but I really, really like ritual summoning. Funny. Abyss script. Wait. So I'm just... This is obviously not useful, but... This is an Abyss spell and trap card. So, or does this have to? Does it need the dash? It might. That's funny. Well, what's the UR? Okay, I said that I just want a UR no matter what it is, really. But Mole Cricket. I mean, I guess Mole Cricket itself is not bad. It can special Naturia monsters. We have Naturia monsters. The problem is that you usually want to use this if your opponent has, like, a monster on the field, of course, and this is 0 attack, so obviously you always get to summon 2, and then summon 2, and then synchro into something, but we do not have Naturia synchro monsters. I am pretty sure. Yeah, this is absolutely completely useless to us right now. I'm pretty sure. The second effect is interesting, but this is also level 1, which we can't do anything with. So, that being said, let's get into the next tool. Alright, alright. That's a pretty decent hand to go second. You know, with Shoda Book and Red Moon. However, going second itself is not very good. So. And this Sky Striker? Sky Striker? Do something, please? Okay, Sky Strike. Having two upstarts in the starting hand is kind of mean. End phase. What? Ooh, look at that. Well, Spiral Super Agent. We're calling spell cards because it's a Sky Striker deck. I probably should have summoned the Shudder first. That's fine. Mexi. Well. Super Agent to destroy card. It's Droplet. Wait, why would you do that? Oh, to discard a spell. Still, why would you do that? That seems like a little extreme, though. Wait, does this gain attack for some once this? It's fine. What do you got down there? Come on, show me. Show me. Show me. I know you want to activate it. No. Okay. Well. We are keeping the book. The problem with Olinoides is, of course, that I do want to destroy cards that... Mate, what? Whatever. Get rid of that. Might be a quick spell. Oh. Well, that's my card. So you better get rid of this, because if you don't, I get it back. So technically, that was a good idea. But they can probably link it off. Or do something with it. But now they cannot activate their Sky Striker spells anymore, unless they get rid of this. Well, what a predicament. Do you have anything generic you can do? No? That's terrible. That was rough. That's why you gotta think about activating cards you don't need, you know. Unfortunately, we also cannot really do anything. Except attack. Oh, we have a monster negate. And we have a Book of Moon. So if they have a Ray or something, we can Book of Moon the Ray. They activate the quick effect and I can Divine Wrath. Okay, well, that's fine. Metal Foes Fusion, what? Oh, it draws them a card. Interesting. That's an interesting thing to put in the deck, just to have an extra draw. Yep. It's Ray. I love my alt art Ray, and that's an actual card. Big fan. Anyway, Book of Moon. Quick effect. Yup. Anyway, Divine Wrath. Now, obviously, they can activate their spells because they have something. That's why, if you, like, booking her would be better, but obviously I can Divine Wrath and then book because they tribute her. And I can chain the book to the Divine Wrath before they quick effect, like, before they tribute her, so. This is another Widow Anchor is the question. It might be. Oh, that's not useful. The annoying part is that I need 3 attacks to get lethal. If I could have gotten them under 2000, well, even if I did, there's no way I could make Heartland Draco next turn. They can probably get engaged back and then get another Ray, which I can't stop. Drawing Raigeki in this position was actually terrible. I wish I would draw Raigeki more, but not right now. I still think we fought a good fight so far. End phase. Whoa, what? Oh my god. Please. Why? That is brutal. Any monster would have done, well, almost any monster would have done it. That is rough. This game hates me. No? Deck building issue. I should put in more monsters. More than 23 or 4 or something. But at the same time, I should have also just summoned Vishuddha before I used Super Agent. And then I would have Vishuddha on the field as well. So that's really my fault at that point. Like, I misplayed in the very first turn, and now it's biting me in the ass. Alright. Okay. This is not over yet. Okay. Maybe they knew. Maybe Raigeki knew. Maybe it knew I needed it. And there's something in their main monster zone, but they can't activate their Sky Striker cards right now. However, that might be Widow Anchor, and then they're still kinda cooked. Ash. Okay, I don't need Sleeper. I don't want to summon anything. Please go through. Yes! We won against Sky Striker! For once, I was able to negate the Ray and that won us the duel. I'm wondering though, couldn't they shuffle back Engage? Like, doesn't Engage have an effect that you can shuffle it back, or am I misremembering? I mean, in the end, I don't care. I won this duel. That's the third pack, and we won against Sky Striker, which maybe has happened before, but I don't remember. So I'm taking that win. I'm taking that win, and we are going to open a pack now. Hell yeah. And that is our Sky Striker pack. What is in here? Let's see. More mermaid stuff, like, or generally, like, water support would be great. I take Black Wings, Dragoonities. Another Madolche card. Hey, that's a water monster. It's a Glacial Beast water monster. But, what does this do? It's also Aqua, which is good. It's not Beast. When a monster declares an action, you can negate the attack. And if you destroy someone level 4 or lower water monster from your hand, except... Oh, that's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, if this card is in your grave and you go to no monster, you can spell this card. That's good. I like that. That's a card I will probably use. That's not a card I will use. We do have that. Cosmo Delta Shuttle. Another Elemental Hero Fusion and another Caspatel. Look. I don't have anything against pulling Exorcisters, but that is like the third Caspatel we have. And I'd rather have some of the other ones as well. I'm just saying. Yeah. We don't have enough Madolche cards to make anything with this, but this one is generic enough. It's Aqua and it's a water monster. Like, looking at this, you would think it's Beast, but it's not. So this is actually not bad if we put it into the water deck. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, with that, I want to try to get one more pack, so we add 4 for this episode. So let's get into the next tool. Okay, so this might actually be a bot, so this wouldn't count, but I don't know yet. The 12 cards in the extra deck have me a little concerned, and the, like, 42 cards in the main deck are obviously also a little weird. However, we'll play this in the first hand as if it wasn't a bot, and if it is, you will probably see that about now. Wow, right when I said this, they have a response and they're not using it at all, so I'm just sitting here now for God knows how long. Too long. The fun thing is, so we can actually get our hand empty. And enough material for Eschatos, which is absolutely hilarious. And I don't even need to summon Sleeper in face down. I can just summon and face up and then negate the spell. Problem being that they have a response for everything I do, so this is taking quite a long time. Now we summon Sleeper. Would be cool if you get more banish cards to have a banish strategy. That would be fun. Also, I'm still talking because obviously I don't know if this is a bot, so the quiet treatment doesn't really work unless I want to cut the duel in general, which I don't. Valkyrie of the Nordic. Why? Why? Even if this is a bot, what pack did they open for this? That's wild. Okay. Wait. That is not okay. Is this not a bot? What the heck is going on? This has me a little concerned. Because I don't know if I can out one of the synchros. I mean, I probably can with Eschatos, but... okay. So this might actually not be a bot. That's crazy, actually. Oh, it's not. There's no way this is a bot with playing like this. This is insane. I hope I lose to this. I don't want to, but I love the Nordics are so cool. Like, the synchros are so cool, but they're so garbage in a normal setting. That's a problem, though. That is actually nuts that they can do this. That is not great. I need something to get rid of this thing. They knew to destroy Sleeper because with Sleeper I could have negated the Swollen. Oh, yo. That is nuts. What am I doing here? Do something. Okay. Okay, it negates the effect of all face-up cards I currently control. That means... oh, I can... that is hilarious. I can banish this and... push it out to my hand. Oh, will I find out what the second card is? It's fine if they negate this. The only shot I have is calling Fairy on Eschatos. Okay, they give it back. It's my card. Okay. Let me go into Reproducus. If they have another negate for monster on the field, I am pretty much done. If they do, that's bad. If they... wait, no, wait. No. They need to summon this in this column. Fairy. Yes! Okay. What? Oh, come on. Why? Why is this a spellcaster? This being a spellcaster is so annoying. I think our only chance is doing this. I locked them out of fairies for the next turn. I can't attack. Oh, this is so bad. And they... The Swollen has been bounced back. Well, if they set it this turn, it doesn't do anything. But... This is... Oh, okay. That's fine. Well... It... Fine is maybe not the right word. But it's... Whatever. Actually losing to Nordics is crazy, especially after I summon Eschatos. But they all have such a high attack. Ah, you activated the effect. Come on. Yes. I was totally banking on that. Thank you. Bonk. Oh my god, that was crazy. No way. Unfortunate. Wait. Well, it doesn't really do anything right now. Well, it does 3,000 damage, I guess. But it's fine. I can't call anything. I can't call Fairy right now, so why would I use this? 1,500 damage. They get a turn. If I survive this, I can Eschatos again. Actually, I can... Vishara... Well, I cannot, because I don't have a second mode. I can summon Vishara and hope they negate something. Or if they have a negate, I can, you know, lure it out. I know that I have Swollen, which I need them to activate before I summon Eschatos, if they can get to another synchro, which they probably can, since they do only need the link 1. They have 3 cards. Well, they have 5 cards. 1 they need for the extra deck summon, and 3 they need to banish. Damn, I didn't think I would ever see the day where I duel against an Aesir deck and actually struggle. Which is because I would have never thought I would play against Aesirs in the first place. Yeah, they're just going to get in another synchro and I can't stop that. Oh, I can't do that though. Should have checked the columns. Oh well. I like that they actually know what they're doing. Either. I assume. Because I don't know what they're doing, so I assume they know what they're doing. He begged. And this time, yeah. This time I can't do anything against this guy. Not having Monk, obviously, It's a little annoying. Don't have a non... Wait, actually... Well, yeah, this comes back. Which is not necessarily good for us. Because if I can get something on the field that is face down, I can actually use the shutter. You shouldn't have done that. That was really bad of you. That was not good. Oh, well, would you look at that. Well, we use Emergence. I can reactivate that effect? That's good. Well, not for me. But, you know. I need to banish you, you, and you. Then I summon you. Okay, they are fairy locked again. They can resummon Loki, I think. Actually, no, they can't, because Loki wasn't properly summoned from the extra deck, so they cannot summon it back. That was awesome. Honestly, that was probably my favorite duel in a while, just because they played Aesir and I actually had to fight for the win. Like, they didn't just brick and die. That was cool. I love these cards. I'm a huge fan of the Aesir Synchro Monsters. Huge fan. Very imposing cards. I would love for them to get more support. Outside of just, you know, a Link 1 that makes the big guy. That was really, really fun. Yeah, let's... also, I'm glad there was not a... Well, I'm glad that's not a bot because the duel was fun. I'm not glad there was not a bot because then we would be at 4 packs. However, let's get into our master pack. I think... I don't know. Yeah, I think this one will end the episode. Probably. It's not a long one then, but that's fine. Again, like I said, Borderlands 4 is releasing in 2 days. And, you know, I gotta play that. And I will probably play that for a little while. However, let's open our legacy packs, our master packs, and then also talk about something related to the packs. Which I will probably do in the legacy packs. Whatever. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's cut to the packs. Alright. So, unusual, I know I'm not in the pack screen already. What I wanted to go about is like this Pyroxene Relinquished stuff, right? These are pack tickets we get currently from doing like missions. And I'm debating if I'm allowed to even open these, because we get them because we play we win. Which the legacy packs I get from missions and stuff I usually allow. Now this is from a mission. They are not gifted to us. So I'm not sure if I should open these. They are Pyroxene Relinquished, which is not a great pack, so it's basically just 4 cards we get. But I'm not entirely sure. Also, we only got 4 legacy pack tickets again after 4 wins. Did they reduce that? That's crazy. Also, we are about to get, because of the 90 million download or whatever, some free packs again. I'm kind of starting to lose track of what we have in those packs, so I'm not entirely sure how I want to handle this, because I will say this. I will try not to use them. If I use them by accident because I just forget, I'm sorry. Unless I, at some point, decide to just be whatever. We get those packs for free and I use the cards. It doesn't matter. As long as I obviously don't use the structure deck cards or the starter deck cards and stuff. But and the solo mode cards, you know, all the guaranteed cards that I won't use them. But if I use them by accident, like I don't plan to use them right now, but if I use them by accident, I'm sorry. That's just, the card pool is very overwhelming after a while. But I stopped talking now. Let's open the legacy packs. It's only 4, so there's not much that could happen. Let's skip these. What do we have? The funny panda guy. Yeah, not going to use that. Anything here? No entry. Change all attack position once a defense position. That is not useful. That's a Blackwing card, however, that, yeah, no. You cannot normally summon a set during the turn you activate this card is crazy. Blessing of the Nile. Each time discard it from your hand to the graveyard by the effect put by opponent, increase life points by 1000. Okay, well. If we very specifically fight Cantrip, I guess, and want to die a little bit later. You can summon face of graveyard and type nope. And Nightmare Horse, that's an old card. So as expected, nothing in here. 4 packs is very low though. So yeah, let's get into the final master pack of this episode. And here it is, another super rare pack in theory. Let's just crack right into it and see what we can get. A guaranteed super rare, that's something. Another angel. Oh, you are! I cannot tell you how much I love this card. It's so much fun to use. I will absolutely put this in the deck. Like, guaranteed. There's no way I'm not using Big Gabonga. Actually, that might be. The problem is, obviously, we don't have that many goblin cards. We have like 2 or 3 goblin bikers. And maybe 1 or 2 other goblin names that we can, because this can attach goblins from deck to it, not just goblin bikers. But I will find a way. I love that card. It's one of my favorite decks. Ritual Beast Return is obviously not useful. Pendulum Moon. Okay, guys, what is this? What is with this name? That is not okay. Not in an offensive way. It's just, look at this. Someone really tried way too hard. You can add 1 face, a pendulum. Okay. Extra deck to your hand, then destroy this card. Okay, that's like getting stuff back, and we're not playing pendulums. They confuse me. Mech-equipped engineer. Yeah, we are really going crazy on the names today, huh? Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach 1 Exist material from this card. Then target 1 face-up attack position once you control. Change it to face-up defense position. If you do, it cannot be destroyed by the card if this turn. Yeah. No. Also, before I open this, I love this card. Bigger Bonga might actually be a reason why we try to play more around Exist themselves, because the effect to attach works when anything on the field is detached. Not just from him, or like, you know, from a goblin biker. Even if our opponent detaches material from something. So this is not entirely built around. It's not, I mean, it's 2100. But it's pretty easy to make, especially we have Takatomborg, which can pretty much get into this right away if we have another wind monster, like a wind 3. Usually, obviously, Terratop, which we don't have, unfortunately. But yeah, I love this card. I would totally build around this if I had enough stuff to do this. But we cannot really build a dedicated Exist deck. We just can't. I would try to do it though, just for Big Gabonga. Love the guy. But what is our super rare? It is Ram Clouder. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to, you know, look into the cyber stuff we have, because we have the Dark Fluid, Tempest, Dragon, Ultra, Terra, Mega, whatever. Big Dragon guy. So any cyber support is greatly appreciated, and we contribute 1 monster and then get a Link monster back to, you know, go further up the Link chain. So Ram Clouder is a welcome sight. However, the big winner this episode is obviously me, because I got Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. I will not shout Gabonga every time I summon this guy if I do, because that's obnoxious, but I will do it in my head, and so should you, because this card is very fun. Also, hilarious against Ryzeal. However, you would need a more competent deck for that. Yeah, but with that, on a high note, an awesome some awesome duels, like the Sky Striker duel. I mean, obviously, they kind of struggled. And the Widow Anchor was terrible decision. Terrible. And they, you know, the one Ray they had getting negated kind of put them in a difficult position. But even the Raigeki I complained about, perfect. Loved that. And the Aesir duel, my favorite duel in a while, I will add. Because, again, I love these cards. And I love that we had a duel against them that was actually kind of balanced. And we had to double Eschatos to win this. Double Eschatos. That rarely happens. Usually we summon one Eschatos and either win or lose. But this time, that was awesome. Like, everything went right today. Well, maybe not everything, but most things went right today. I'm talking too much. Let's just end the episode. I hope you enjoyed, because unlike last time, I certainly did. This episode was fire. I loved everything about it. And the things I didn't, you won't see, because I'm not putting that in the video. So yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, whenever and wherever you are. Hope I see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.